Hello, and welcome to your MES lesson. I'm Claire. Today, you're going to learn the what, the how, and the when of asking be past plus noun questions. Let's start with what. What are these questions used for? They are used to ask about past facts. For example, were you a therapist? Good. Now let's learn how. How do you use these questions? First, know how to conjugate be past. If you want to ask about yourself, please repeat. Was I? If you want to ask about me, were you? If you want to ask about Tom, was Tom? If you want to ask about Amy, was Amy? If you want to ask about us, were we? If you want to ask about them, were they? It's very important to memorize this conjugation fluently before you start practicing Video.B. Next, study your vocabulary. For example, were you a pharmacist, a travel agent, an auditor? Remember, be sure to pronounce the an before nouns that begin with vowel sounds. For example, were you a pharmacist? Were you an auditor? Finally, to build a more specific question, you can use an adjective. For example, were you a talented painter? A well-known painter? A poor painter? So finally, when do you use these questions? You use them to find out more about people's occupations. For example, were you a journalist? Were you a scientist? Were you a social worker? Or personalities. For example, were you a liar? Were you a clown? Were you a joker? Or hobbies. For example, were you a surfer? Were you a skater? Were you a bird watcher? Excellent. Now, let's review. First, what are be past plus noun questions used for? They are used for asking about past facts. Second, how do you use these questions? You use them by knowing the conjugation of be past and building a more specific question with the vocabulary. Third, when do you use these questions? You use them to learn more about people's occupations, personalities, and hobbies. Well done! Let's move on to Video.B to really practice making your own questions. Remember to keep on reviewing your vocabulary. I'm Claire, and I'll see you back here soon.